Is it even possible to create a giant mega bunker in Minecraft? Yes, but is it possible for someone with 2 brain cells? I'm not sure, but that's what we're trying today. So let's start digging out the area for the bunker. Nice. Now we finally have our area dug out and an idea to make a compilation of a block breaking ASMR a year in the future. I mean, actually, maybe not the last part. But let's work on getting all the materials we'll need, which includes a lot of andesite. Well, I guess let's go. What would I do without Undertale background music? Oh, and also we have all the materials. But we're going to need to smelt down a ton of it, so let's do that real quick. Don't worry, this part only takes like a second for you guys. For me, this actually took like 20 minutes, but we don't need to talk about that. Bro, really? That was the best time-lapse in the entire world, and you just ruined it. That was obviously the core focus of the video. I mean, why else would people come here? I mean, anyways, we have most of what we need really smelted. So, I guess we can get started on the first part of the bunker. For this part, I pretty much just wanted to have the whole thing submerged under the mountain. Now, obviously, this wasn't going to be particularly easy, but I did get a little bit help with my building from someone who wanted to make a giant base on the realm, and let me help them for a little bit. If they're watching, they know who they are. But anyways, things were going along pretty well until when I started making the floor, and I was one single block short. So I had to run all the way back to my base and grab one smooth stone and place it in. And now we just need to build the rest. But luckily, after a while, I was able to get all the andesite needed and finally start finishing this up. The only problem with making a secret bunker is that it kind of needs to stay, secret. So not only did I want this to be a lot bigger, so we could actually make probably the most difficult part of this, I also am going to need to make it a lot more hidden. So, let's cut to when I did that. Alright, and now all this is going to turn to grass, and we'll actually have ourselves a decently hidden bunker. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys about the most difficult part. The elevator. But this was also going to need to require a lot more space than what we already have, so let's just make the room a little bit bigger. Nice. Now we can finally finish this in the room. So, the only issue is that an elevator is going to require lots of amounts of blocks that we don't exactly have. But that shouldn't be too much of a worry, because making an elevator that goes up isn't too difficult. Except for the fact when you need it to carry 9 blocks. But that should be fine. We're just going to need a lot of honey. So, with no time to lose, let's get started on that. First, we're going to need to spawn a beehive. So, I mined down some trees for 8 saplings, and also got 8 poppies. Then placed them all down, and we can finally get ourselves a beehive. Number 1, nothing. Number 2, nothing. Number 3, nothing. Number 4, okay, if we don't get a beehive, I'm going to be very upset. Oh, cool. Nice. But we are going to need a little bit more, so let's do that one more time. Nothing. 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 Wait a minute, couldn't I just make beehives this whole time? So I just remembered that you can actually make beehives, so I actually just wasted a lot of time. But that's fine. Now we can actually start getting beehives and get an entire bee industry. Alright, bee number 1 and bee number 2, it's time to make a bee family. Oh, and now you're going into the sky. Alright, goodbye. But all jokes aside, we have a baby bee, and now we're just going to need more beehives. So let's place a campfire under it and just wait. And nice. Okay, so we do have our 3 honeycomb. So now we should just be able to create ourselves a beehive. And we can go back over here and place it down to increase our bee production rate by double. And I need space for a campfire. I probably should have remembered that. One sec. Alright, now we've officially expanded our bee area to 4 times the amount. This will definitely be enough to supply us the whole time. Man, watching that time lapse almost makes me forget that I spent 3 hours getting all that honey. But we're also going to need slime blocks. But luckily, I have that covered. Because with chicken number 1, we'll be able to create an entire chicken industry and get a bunch of slime blocks. Get in the hole. Alright. Also, I killed all the slimes off camera. Totally not because I died like 70 times. But now, we will definitely have all the slime blocks we need for this machine. And now to create an elevator shaft. And now, I've officially realized I made it in the wrong spot. Anyways, after creating an entirely new elevator shaft, I was finally able to start production on the most craziest redstone machine that has ever been built. Don't fact check me on that, it's 100% true. And I know that I'm building this machine 100% right the first time. Anyways, now that my elytra has become crippled for life, I have to run between bases. Which kind of sucks, but I found a skeleton horse, so I guess that's my mode of transportation for getting these 2 powdered snow buckets. And we're back. Now, we just gotta place a little bit of obsidian on top. And now to test. Oh my gosh, it's working on the first try. It's almost as if I cut out all the failed attempts from the video. But I would never do something like that. Anyways, now, the moment of truth. I forgot to add a button. Wait a sec. Okay, the real moment of truth. Press this button. And yes, the most beautiful thing ever shown on YouTube. Also, I did some renovations to the inside to make it look a little bit better, and it looks like it's working going down as well, though. So, we finally have this entire machine going. But since I just spent 3 days working on this front part, I can't get the rest of it in this video, but subscribe and be here for part 2. But at least now I have a fully functioning safe elevator.